This is Agent Matt and welcome back to the agency's YouTube series. Today we are doing a video on why you should not trade during news events, and if you do, how to become profitable, because as you know, news events mess up the entire market. Now before we get started, we would just like to say that we just broke the 400 subscriber mark and we are very excited about that. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please hit the subscribe button right above me here so that way you can get other scam alerts, tips to become profitable, in our upcoming strategy videos. Now to just show you guys what I'm talking about, we went to the dailyforex.com economic calendar. It's our favorite just because it makes it very easy. They say low, medium, or high impact news events. And at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on Friday, April 6th, there was the NFP, which stands for the non-farm payrolls. And what this just means is it's a news report on how many jobs the US economy has created in the last month, which is a very big deal. It messes up the entire markets because if it's a good report, then the US dollar gains value, and if it's a bad report, then the US dollar takes a big hit. Now to show you exactly what I mean, I pulled up some charts here. We're using tradingview.com just because we like the format of it. And as you can see, this chart is in GMT time, but around 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, the markets went berserk. It was just trading regularly, some nice resistance and support lines here. And then at 8:30, the news released and it shot up, shot down, and it just went crazy for about an hour afterwards. The same thing happened here with the AUD USD. The Great Britain Pound US dollar had the same thing, a big drop. So now I hope you understand why we preach that you should avoid trading during news events, but there are some ways that you can become profitable, but these are only for experts, but we're going to discuss them a little bit in this video, and we'll discuss them in the upcoming weeks as well as more news events come out. So first of all, we recommend that you don't guess if the report is going to be good or bad simply because you don't know. You have a 50-50 shot of being good and bad, and that's just gambling right there. That's not real trading. So we recommend that you don't do that. And also, the first about 10 minutes or so after the news is released, the markets are volatile and crazy and go in every direction. And most of the time you can't even get in on a trade. So we also recommend that you avoid these times and you just wait. Now what we're looking for if you really want to trade it is there will become a point where it reaches the bottom, as you can see here. Sometimes it's hard to point out, but once you see the first green candle, or if it's going up, the first red candle, then you should get in on a quick trade, usually about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And for this retracement, it is called, because when the market swings really hard in one direction, it will always come back, even if it's for a short time. So we would have probably taken a trade here, just a quick one, 15-20 minutes, and that would have been a nice retracement trade win. And then once it hit the top here and we started seeing the sideways movement, we would have placed a very long trade, about 2 or 3 hour trade in the same direction as the big movement was. So as you can see, that would have been a nice one to finish in the money. Now let's look at some other charts. Now the same concept here. There's a big swing here, and after this first green candle, we would have gotten in, and our 15 to 20 minute trade would have ended somewhere in here for a nice profit. And then, as we said earlier, we would have taken a 2 or 3 hour one. This one would have been borderline, but it looks like it may have possibly won. It depends exactly when that 2 hours ends. Now, just to keep going, the Euro USD, same concept. It shot up, shot down, avoid these times. But then it clearly makes a very severe downtrend here. And then the first green candle, boom. And then we would have taken a 15 to 20 minute trade, and that would have finished in here, which is in the money. Then as soon as that trade closes, we would take a nice 2 to 3 hour put trade, as we were saying earlier, and that would have been a very good profit. So there are ways to trade during news events, but it is very risky, and we recommend you only do it if you're an expert. And don't take a lot of trades because news events are crazy and just create a massive disturbance in the market. There are some ways to predict it, but we recommend that you don't just guess during news events. And if you're nervous about your money, then we recommend that you just avoid news events in general. Now, if you want more information on this, once again, please hit the subscribe button above me here because we will be talking about it a lot more. And we were thinking about doing a live trading session during the next news event. So that way you guys can get the hang of it and maybe become more confident trading during news event times. That concludes this video for today. And if you have any questions, please email me directly at binaryoptionsagency@gmail.com. But besides that, Agent